Hey guys, welcome to another podcast. Today I am joined with Dylan Davis. I've known him for quite a while. Went to the school pretty much down the street from me. He's a pretty good photographer. And why don't we go ahead and get started? So why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, hi, I'm Dylan. I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. I went to Berkeley Prep for high school, and I'm a photographer. I started like maybe 2 years ago, kind of in the summer of 2016. I kind of just like got a camera, like kind of started playing around with it, and then I'm here. Yeah, you know, I was self-taught, so like a lot of it was like
YouTube,
YouTube,
and whatnot.
Yeah, it wasn't like anything serious at first, and then once I started getting paid for it, I was like, maybe I should pursue this, on a more like business route. So
you know, that's kind of how I started. About like 3 years ago, like I picked up my first GoPro because I was watching all these Instagram videos of people going and traveling, like doing stuff on the boat, around the neighborhood and whatnot, and using their GoPros and making really cool little edits. I was like, hey, I want to do that. So I was like, hey Dad, can you get me a GoPro? And that's pretty much how it started for me. Everyone has like their own little story on how.
And I think also because I used to have a YouTube channel like back when I was like really into YouTube. I think that like also kind of guided me into photography because I was doing a lot of editing with the videos, and like I would see like thumbnails of certain videos, and I was like, wow, the picture is really nice on that. So I kind of got into it that way too. It was a lot of things.
What kind of stuff did you do on YouTube?
I was like lifestyle, like blogger type, kind of like. I don't know, like Danielle Carolyn. I was like trying to go that route. Yeah.
Did you do any stuff with her?
I've done photo shoots with her before, but I haven't done videos with her. But
no videos.
I've done 2 photo shoots.
I do want to do a podcast with her. Maybe I'll have to hit her up
sometime. She's really cool. No,
Is she? I mean, I love Freddie. Like, because that's like my friend group. Like, out of all of them, like Freddie's like up there. He's so funny. So who is your inspiration to get into photography, or what I should say is like the style that you do for your photography?
I would say my biggest inspiration was probably his name is Davis Bates on Instagram, and he's in LA. I think he's in LA now, but his photography is kind of like more like on the kind of like trendier editorial side. It was like it gave me like the vibes of like Urban Outfitters or like American Apparel, like that type of photography. So he was my biggest inspiration starting out. Because
the tones in your photos, like I love them. Like personally, like I love them. Like I could never like do something like that because that's not my style. But like it doesn't. Your style like is really unique, and I find it like really pleasing to look at.
Thank you.
Opposed from like everyone's super saturated, super like vibrant photos on Instagram. Like I kind of do that a little bit, but I try and step it a little bit back and put a little bit of my own taste into it. But
and I feel like I'm still finding my own style. Like I'm still like sometimes when I edit, I'm like I don't really know like what aesthetic I want across all my photos yet, but like you know I'm getting there.
You use Photoshop or Lightroom?
I use both. I'm trying to get more into Photoshop though because I like having more control over the tones and coloring on that.
Because Lightroom is more for just doing the color. Like, it's pretty much just a program just for presets.
Literally.
I've made like hundreds of presets on there. But I've never really like dabbled in doing the Photoshop aspect. I know you can do so much with it. The most I've done with Photoshop is if you look at my thumbnails, like I pretty much cut out myself and whoever I'm doing the podcast with, separate it, and then just throw a blur on the background and call it a day.
It's like it's a program that I feel like every photographer needs at some point. It's just you can do so much with it. So
And you're going to school for it, right? Where at?
I'm going to Howard University in Washington D.C. So I'm really excited about that because the networking field there is really, really good for
networking and the creative field is definitely a key. Because you can meet some absolutely like incredible people and like they could take you a long way. You know, and so that's exciting.
I'm really excited. Really excited about that.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I don't know. I would want to be really established in the photography community. I would like to be at least known.
Like
not
the Brandon Wolfwell type of person.
Kind of like if you heard my name, you're like, oh, I've seen his work before. That's what I would like to be. But I really want to work close with like modeling agencies and magazine companies like Vogue, Allure, like those type of people. So I would hope to be getting closer to that in 5 years because I know that getting noticed in photography is kind of hard because
everyone
is doing it now.
Everyone does photography.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of oversaturated, but that's what I would hope to be in 5 years.
No, do you want to be like focused here, like in Florida, or do you want to be like out in LA or New York?
I want to be more focused, like in I feel like New York area, like DMV, New York area.
Got it.
Yeah, I think that's where I would want to.
Is that kind of where the trends are right now?
Yeah. And I just feel like in Washington, period, it's just like a good place to kind of get your name out there, I would say. So, yeah.
Have you ever traveled outside of Florida for work? Like any paid jobs outside of Florida?
I haven't yet.
Not yet.
But I really want to. No, not yet. But I'm going to Atlanta in like, I think a week now for a wedding. But I kind of want to do some photo shoots with people up there. So I'm going to announce it on my Instagram that I'm going to be there because I do have some followers from Georgia. But I haven't like left here to do any paid work yet.
Nothing.
That would be really cool.
Oh yeah. No, my first one was where was it? I mean, outside of like Tampa, like I recently went to Miami and did some stuff there.
Yeah.
But like the conversation that we were having before we started this, I'm going out to LA to do some video and some photo work with one of my best friends, just playing around out there pretty much. But there are some jobs coming up soon that I have to go to Atlanta for, so I'm pretty excited for that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What has been one of the hardest things of being a photographer?
Ooh. I would probably say the hardest thing is pricing and how people react to how I price my photography, because I think a lot of people think that it's more of a hobby and not a job. So when they contact me and then I send my prices over, it's like, oh, I didn't know. I don't really have money for that, but thanks for the opportunity.
I get that so many times.
Yeah.
People just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just clicking the photo. Like,
literally.
Oh, I could just take it with my phone. No, like, no, not at all.
It's so much more. It's like
it's about the vision that you have. Like your eye behind the camera, how you want the photos to come out, how you edit it all the time, literally traveling there, coming back, communicating.
It's just a lot more, cause like,
and also equipment costs too. They don't understand how much this stuff costs.
It's just like I don't understand how to like make it clear for people who don't really understand the process after taking the picture. It's a lot of post processing.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. That's just probably the hardest thing. And then I think another thing was just trying to find my style in the beginning, because even though I was really inspired by Davis Bates' work, I didn't want to like copy it. So that was really hard too, just trying to find like what worked for me. And I think I'm getting closer to it as I do more shoots. But yeah, those are probably the two.
I mean, a lot of like the newer content creators derive from people that have already been out there, like kind of like the photographer that you said. Yeah. Most people will copy them for a little while, but then they'll start developing their own kind of style, and that's pretty much how all areas in the creative field are. Like I try and replicate, for example, Sam Colder. You might have heard of him.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
He does like all those super cool, trendy travel videos. I try and replicate that. Yeah. And then as soon as like I can replicate it, I take some stuff out of it, put some of my own taste into it, and then call it a day. Yeah. And then over time, you start to develop your own style, and then people are like, "Oh, that's Dylan's work there," you know? Yeah. And so I find that really unique in this kind of community. Yeah. You aren't exactly stealing from people. It's more of taking inspiration from it. Yeah. That's the whole idea.
That's
what
I didn't understand at first. I was just, I don't want to copy him. Like I don't want anyone to like come for me and be like, you're just copying all of his work. So yeah.
I mean, look at Brandon with all his photos. Everyone tries to do his photos. He's definitely made his niche for himself.
He's made his mark. Cause like,
but
that light is like all the lighting situation that he does. That's like all
cool.
him.
But there's no way I could even come close to doing that. I know. But I try and replicate it here and there to be like, hey, can I do it or can I not? Yeah. Is photography the only thing that you want to do, or do you want to venture out and do other things?
Do I want to venture out and do other things? I mean, I feel like doing one thing your whole life can probably get boring after a while. I definitely want to maybe venture out into like more of like business marketing too. Like, because I am going to college for business marketing and photography, so I think maybe like running my own company one day, like maybe relating to photography and not doing photography all the time so
like
much.
Like a photography marketing company, like someone hires you, hey, can you do some shots of some of our models?
And something like that.
We'll pay you for this.
I definitely want to get into business as well too.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. Being a freelancer is nice because you can kind of like set your own hours, but like in the long run, like you want to be able to like own your own company, be like, hey, can you go out and do this for me? Hey, can you go out and do this for me?
Because I know from a young age, I always knew I wanted to be my own boss. I was like, I never want to work any like corporate like.
You've never had any traditional jobs, have you?
No.
Neither have I. I was like, I don't want anyone telling me what to do.
At first, my mom was like, you need like a real job, though. Like this is not gonna like. And I was like, it's not me. Like I'm just not meant to work in anything corporate or.
I feel like that's how this community is. Like the mentality of it is too. Like a lot of the people that I meet, some of them have had regular jobs, but many of them haven't. Like the kid that I interviewed, the one that I did a podcast with last week, his name's Gabriel. I don't know if you've seen some of his stuff.
I watched that one.
Yeah. Have you seen some of his work?
Yeah, it's really good.
You know he started in February, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know he started that.
Yeah, and you see all his numbers on Twitter.
He's really good.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't even have a job. He's 19 years old. He's not even going to college.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, screw going to college. You know, I'm gonna pursue this 115%.
Yeah.
And he started in February, and look how far he's gotten now.
Yeah, he's gotten really far. I love his work. It's really good.
It's really unique too.
Yeah,
I've never really seen anything like it before.
He's definitely like found his style.
Oh yeah.
Really early on. That's good.
Yeah, no, it's impressive how fast people can grow too. Especially with like all the social media that we have nowadays. It's easy to put your stuff out there, but it's hard to get noticed because it's so saturated.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, but his work is really, really good.
Yeah.
So.
I'll have to connect you guys. Like he's really nice. He's genuinely a nice person.
Yeah.
Now, this is a question that I started asking in the first podcast, and it's going to be kind of something that sticks with it.
Okay.
What is your favorite childhood memory? And it doesn't have to do anything with photography.
Okay, favorite childhood memory? I'm trying to think. Favorite childhood memory. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but Disney Channel, like the Cheetah Girls, like that whole franchise was my absolute life. Like,
really,
I love like that was probably my favorite childhood memory. Just like coming back home and like watching the commercials, and then like the movie comes on. Like,
oh yes,
yeah. I was like, yes, like this is my jam. So that's definitely like one of my like best childhood memories. Like coming back home from school. And like the Cheetah Girls just like playing like all day.
That's unique.
I know. It's kind of weird, but
no, everyone has their own little thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for being on the podcast, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching or listening if you're listening on Apple Podcast. I'm definitely going to put all of his links in the description, so please go check it out if you haven't already. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.